Hey guys, it's Lori Howe with RE/MAX, and I'm a realtor licensed in the great state of Texas. Bang, bang. The purpose of this video and videos to come in the future are just to educate you and prepare you for the home buying or the home selling process. And I've noticed that I get asked a lot of the same exact questions. So that leads me to believe there is a lack of information out there that's easy to access and understand. So I'm gonna try to keep these short. Today, I'm gonna give you the 5 steps that I would take to prepare to buy a home. Step number 1, check your credit. It's painful, but you just gotta rip it off like a Band-Aid and just do it. So get yourself a free credit report online, see what you're working with. We'll say that as far as interest rates and terms of the loan are concerned, you definitely want to get that credit score as high as possible. And I personally have worked on my credit for the last year and a half, and it's really not that hard. It's very simple. If you're interested in aggressively upping your credit and getting that repaired, you can call one of us realtors, or you can call your bank or your lender, and they should get you in contact with someone that is like a credit advisor who can help you get that up, help kind of take some things off that might be on your credit report that you're not aware of. So those services can be helpful. However, some of them are a little scammy. So definitely reach out for some referrals before you just go jump in and pay someone $100 a month to repair your credit. Pro tip there. Step number 2, figure out your budget. I don't like that word budget, but it is necessary. And if you're going to be buying a home, you don't want to sit there at closing and then give you your payment terms and you be like, what have we done? So you need to first and foremost figure out what you want your monthly payment to be. So there is a handy dandy calculator on the internet called an amortization calculator. Use it. And then when you narrow down what area you would like to be in, you can start looking at those tax rates. It's another like really yucky word that nobody likes. Your taxes, if you're going to escrow them, are going to be part of your monthly payment. Your taxes and your insurance. So you can't just look at your mortgage payment itself. So typically, people do escrow their taxes and insurance. I pay my insurance at the beginning of the year for the whole year. So I only escrow my taxes. However, some lenders require you to escrow both. So that's something to talk to a lender about. If you're buying a home and the taxes are estimated to be $3,000 a year, you're gonna take that number, divide it by 12, which is $250, and you're gonna add that to your monthly payment. So let's say your payment on a $200,000 home is, okay, sorry, I had to look it up just so I can give you guys the correct info. On a $200,000 home at 5% interest for 30 years, your monthly payment is going to be $1,074. So if you take that and you add in your $250 a month for taxes, your new payment is going to be $1,324. Then you have to add in your insurance. We'll just say $100 a month for insurance. So your $1,000 payment that you were going to have on your $200,000 house is now $1,424 when you add in taxes and insurance. So it's really important that you understand that that is going to be part of your payment, because that's a huge number. Like I said, step 2 is figure out your budget. Figure out what you can spend per month, and don't max yourself out. Ew, don't be house poor. You want to have money to still take vacations and take your family out to eat, and you want to have money to furnish this house. So don't do that to yourself. It's not worth it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. So let's get back to it. Step number 3. Step number 3, you're not going to be a big fan of either, but it's very important. Step number 3 is save your money. And I think that this is just so overlooked in our world today, because we have all of these offers dangled in front of us, like 0% down, you don't need any money, let's just get you into that home. And yeah, that's true. There are programs out there that you can get in with 0% down, but you really need to talk to a lender, kind of weigh your options. So some of them are down payment assistance programs, which require you to pay that down payment back on top of your mortgage payment that you're already making. So it can actually end up hurting you in the long run. If you can take the time to prepare now and save up your down payment now, go ahead and put that money down, have immediate equity in your home. If you can put down 20%, you are rocking it, okay? Because at that point, you don't have to pay PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. Private mortgage insurance is money in the trash every month. Like, you might as well light it on fire, because it's really just insurance for the bank if you default on your loan. On a conventional loan, if you pay your loan down to 80% of what the original appraised value was, then that does drop off. But it is to my knowledge that with FHA, it never comes off. So that's a payment, an extra payment that you're stuck with. It's part of your mortgage, but it's unnecessary. So on a $200,000 home, that's $150 a month. So you could be spending that on going and doing fun things with your family. So that's why I'm saying take the steps now to prepare yourself to save a down payment, be able to put yourself in a better position as a buyer. When you're putting an offer on a house and you show that seller that you have money to put down, your offer holds so much more weight. So, and closing costs. You know, a lot of realtors say, oh, don't worry about saving for closing costs. We'll get that covered. Yes, in some cases we can get that covered. And I always try. But in multiple offers, it is almost a bad thing to ask for closing costs, because you never know what those other offers are. And if someone else is offering, you know, the same price as you and they're not asking for closing costs, you're not going to get it, okay? And I hate to be harsh like that, but if you were that seller, you would do the exact same thing. So go ahead and have your closing costs on hand. Lenders usually say anywhere between 2.8 and 3%. So it could be more, it could be less. I'm not a licensed lender, so don't hold me accountable to that, but that's just the range that they typically are in. So if you can go ahead and have that on hand, and hey, I'm going to try my best to get your closing costs covered. If you don't have to use those closing costs, then great. We're going to count that as a blessing and a bonus, and you can take that money and use it to furnish your new home. So now that you've checked out your credit and you've gotten that up, you have figured out your budget. You've said, hey, I want to spend $1,200 a month and not a penny more. And you've worked backwards from that and said, okay, that will get me this amount of house, an estimated amount for taxes and insurance. And you're fully prepared for that payment now. And you know exactly what price home that you want to be looking at. And you have saved your money for your down payment and your closing costs. Now it's time for step 4. And step 4 is to shop lenders. There are several local lenders that I would recommend. I would just give you a few names and say, hey, go figure out who fits you best. They all have different personalities. They all have different means of communication. And so it's important to find someone that you're comfortable with, because you're going to be working very closely with that person for the next 30 to 45 days whenever you buy a house. So go find you a lender. And I would say get pre-qualified, but I feel like that's like the new GED, okay? A pre-qualification letter to me is like, oh, okay, they pulled their credit. That's about it. They haven't looked at anything other than that. And it just doesn't hold as much weight as it used to. So I am telling my buyers now, go ahead and get a fully qualified letter from your lender, which says that that lender has looked at your bank accounts, they have looked at your tax returns, they have verified all of this that you said in your application was true. And they're saying, hey, we can definitely give this guy a loan, barring some kind of like extreme circumstance that you lose your job or there's something crazy hidden. Because I promise you, if you're hiding something, they gonna find it when you buy a home, okay? They take everything but your blood, so get ready. But honestly, they give you a list of documents. It may take you a couple days to get those together and get them turned in, but you're gonna have to do that anyway when you go buy a home. So why not go ahead and turn that into your lender, let them get started, let them give me a letter to give to those potential sellers that says, hey, these people have already turned in all their stuff, they're good to go. So it holds so much more weight when you're making an offer, believe me, and especially if you're in multiple offers and you've got that letter and you've got your closing costs. Oh, I like to win, okay? So I'm teaching you how to win too. So step 5 is the fun part, find yourself a realtor. I would love to help you. I love real estate and it's my passion. But if you've got a family member or a friend that you're close to that you know you're going to get top-notch service from, give them a call and say, hey, I've done everything I had to do to get prepared and I'm ready to find that house now. That would be the time to call a realtor. And so we're so excited to help you, and I'm so excited to help people get into homes the correct way. It just makes your life and our lives so much less stressful when you do it the right way. And I'm all about, if you're gonna do something, do it the right way and do it with excellence. We don't jack around and do stuff halfway. That's not how we roll. So I hope this helps. I plan to do more videos, and hopefully you guys can leave some comments below of what you would like to hear about next. I would like to interview a lender soon so I can get you guys that information, because wow, there's a lot and I am not licensed to talk about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and subscribe to my channel because I'm all about this. I'm gonna be giving you more informational videos every week and I'm super, super excited about it. So again, thank you so much for watching and have a great week.